Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the US government just stopped working. No paychecks for federal workers. National parks closed. Loan approvals frozen. And here's the kicker. The stock market starts trembling like it just saw a ghost. Sounds like a scene from a dystopian movie, right? Well, nope. It's called a government shutdown, and it's happened 22 times in US history. And the truth is, every time Washington hits pause, America pays the price. But how exactly does a shutdown crash the economy? Hey everyone, welcome to BizImpact Stories, where we break down the stories of how business, money, and power shape our world. Now, before you scroll away thinking, ugh, politics, hold on. This isn't about left or right. It's about your job, your wallet, and maybe even that Starbucks line you'll be in tomorrow. Let's break it down, because this story is wilder than most Netflix thrillers. Well, a government shutdown occurs when the legislative branch does not pass key bills, which fund or authorize the operations of the executive branch, resulting in the cessation of some or all operations of a government. Government shutdowns can also reduce public trust in politics. In presidential systems, the executive branch typically has the authority to keep the government functioning even without an approved budget. During the 2018 to 2019 shutdown, 800,000 federal workers went unpaid. That's not just numbers, that's people skipping rent, delaying car payments, cutting back on groceries. And every dollar they didn't spend, that's a dollar a local business didn't earn. Restaurants near federal offices went empty. Small contractors lost deals. Tourism collapsed. National parks were closed. Flights delayed. According to the Congressional Budget Office, that shutdown alone cost the US $11 billion, and about $3 billion of that was never recovered. Money just vanished into thin air. And this isn't just a Washington, D.C. problem. When consumers lose confidence, Wall Street starts sweating too. Investors hate uncertainty, and shutdowns scream uncertainty. Stocks dip, bond yields shake, and suddenly global markets start watching America like, are you guys okay over there? Thousands of small and medium businesses depend on government contracts. A shutdown means no payments, no projects, no cash flow. Imagine running payroll with zero revenue for a month. That's nightmare fuel. Startups and innovation. Ever heard of the Small Business Administration, SBA? It's the agency that backs loans for entrepreneurs. During a shutdown, it's closed. No new loans. No growth. Stock market and investor panic. The markets hate uncertainty. And a shutdown screams uncertainty. Investors pull out, stock prices wobble, and companies delay expansion. It's like trying to drive a Ferrari on ice, you just don't risk it. Tourism. When national parks and museums close, tourism tanks. In 2013, hotels and restaurants around DC lost millions just because tourists couldn't get in to see the monuments. Even after the government reopens, the lost productivity doesn't just bounce back. Economists call it a deadweight loss. Basically, money that's gone forever. The 2018 shutdown shaved off 0.3% of GDP that quarter. It doesn't sound like much, but that's like the US economy tripping on its own shoelaces. And for anyone under 35 watching, yes, this matters to you. Because every ripple, every delay, every pay cut, every frozen loan eventually flows down to you in prices, wages, and job stability. Think of it this way. Every time politicians fight over a spending bill, your cost of living quietly gets more expensive. Like a Netflix subscription that keeps going up, but without the new content. The shutdown doesn't just hurt workers or Wall Street. It hits you. You want a passport? Delayed. Need a business loan? Denied. Waiting for tax refunds or student aid? Forget about it. And it gets deeper. Every time the government closes, the economy loses a bit of credibility. Think about it. The world's biggest economy can't even pay its own workers because politicians are arguing? It's like watching your rich friend bounce a check. Basically, the shutdown isn't just bad optics, it's bad economics. Because business runs on trust. And when Washington can't even pay its own workers, that trust starts to crack, one unpaid paycheck at a time. Shutdowns eventually end, right? The president signs a deal, agencies reopen, and workers finally get their paychecks. But the economy doesn't just bounce back. Trust, the invisible currency of every economy, takes a hit. Businesses remember the delays. Investors remember the fear. And every shutdown leaves a tiny crack in the foundation of America's economic stability. Here's a fact most people don't know. Even after the 2018 shutdown ended, small businesses near federal offices took months to recover sales. And some never did. Because in economics, time is money and shutdowns waste both. So next time you hear the phrase, government shutdown, don't think of it as just another political argument. Think of it as a chain reaction that ripples through paychecks, businesses, and your daily life. It's not about politics, it's about people. About workers standing in grocery lines, wondering when their next paycheck will come. About small business owners watching their sales vanish overnight. Shutdowns may end on paper, but the economic scars they leave, those take far longer to heal. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cool. So I just have to hope politicians don't tank the economy before my next paycheck? Pretty much. But hey, at least you're smarter than 90% of people right now because you understand how this chaos works. That's the power of context, and that's what we do here. If you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button and join us at BizImpact Stories, where we turn complex economics into stories that actually make sense. Because the economy isn't just numbers, it's people, choices, and the impact they leave behind. Share your views in the comments section. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next story.